Alright everybody, welcome back to the Toyman's Bar and Grill update on my garden. Look how everything is growing. Everything's just exploded. The flowers are growing good. The peppers are growing good, the tomato plants. And look at my cucumbers. I've been feeding these with organic fertilizer. They are looking so healthy. Now, where you see all those dead leaves, that's where I got my carrots growing. So I threw those. Those are basically tomato leaves that I cut out the tomato plants and sliced them up and put over top. Look at that. And of course, we have a strawberry plant, or whatever kind of strawberry plant that is. That's going in very shortly. Everything is doing good. Now, I just got done not too long ago building a new section of the raised garden bed. Now, I did take my weed whacker and cut up all the grass that was in there, because don't forget, this is just sitting on top. And as soon as I put 2 inches of soil down, it's going to kill the grass anyway, so I thought, well, I might as well get in there with the weed whacker and grind it all up, along with the wood shavings that you see in there. The wood shavings are from the holes that I've drilled in for each garden bed. Now, the reason why I did that, there's going to be a worm tower putting into that garden bed. There will be a worm tower put into this garden bed. And then I'm going to put another worm tower in this garden bed. Now, my reason for drilling these holes is so the worms can travel back and forth between each bed. So if I feed that one week, feed the other two the other week, and just do opposites. The worms, I'm thinking, my theory, they should travel back and forth between the beds and aerate and fertilize the soil. I don't believe in rototiller or taking a hoe and taking the grass out. All I did was my weed whacker was I just basically cut everything down, and it's already turning brown. I put 2 gallons of land feed in and 2 gallons of land feed over there. It's already starting to turn brown. So now I'm going to put, I got 10 bags of that soil. That's going to be going in very shortly. So I'm letting this all turn down because I basically used my weed whacker and grinded everything down to where the soil is. You can see the dark spots. That's fertilizer right there. So there we go. So this is how the entire bed is starting to look. Because I do want to plant some other crops in here. Like, what was I thinking? Oh yeah, lettuce, romaine lettuce, which is a later crop in the season. The landlord's grapevine is doing really good because I've been nursing that and getting that back to health and spraying it down with some organic fertilizer. And look how healthy that plant is looking. It's like, wow. And we're going to get grapes. You never got grapes off of it last year, but we're going to get grapes off of it this year. Now, are they green or purple grapes? We'll find out if they're green or purple once they start ripening. But this is how everything's starting to look. Now, my reasoning for planting flowers around my vegetable plants, it kind of puts up a barrier for certain pests like aphids and everything, so they can't locate where the plant is. Now, I do have some dill in here. So I bought 2 dill plants. I took one and I split it up into 3. So there's 1, 2, 3, because I'm planning on making pickles. And I've got another dill plant over here. And petunias and marigolds, from what I've learned, and I used to grow these, keep mosquitoes away and keep certain other pests away. So basically is what I'm doing is attracting butterflies, parasitic wasps, ladybugs, which feed on aphids and everything. So I'm attracting all the good bugs and trying to keep the bad bugs away. So there we go. This is how the garden's looking for this year. So not only do I get to put flowers in, I get to grow vegetables as well. So I get both worlds. And look at that. Look at my cucumber plants that I started right from seed. I had 19 of them in here. Now I'm down to 18 because thanks to the squirrel who dug one out and destroyed it. I should buy myself a little gun, start shooting damn squirrels, but no, I can't do that. So the squirrels love to dig in here, but look how everything is looking. And I've been using nothing but organic fertilizer, none of that chemical stuff. Organic fertilizer. So every time I sucker one of these, I sprinkle the flower heads all through the garden, which gets returned back into the garden. Same with the tomato plant leaves. When I snipped them off and trimmed them and pruned them, I sliced them all up and spread them all through the garden. So that's natural fertilizer. Just like I did here for the carrots. So it'll be a while before carrots come up in this area, but we'll see what happens. I just basically long stem carrots. They're there. That's what they look like. I got them all lined up in here. Dug a trench, filled it up, and threw all these leaves on top. We'll see what happens. See, there's, see, look at it. That's done. Put that back into the soil and push it back in. There's your natural fertilizer for your plants. Never, I learned this from growing flowers. Always push this into the ground a bit, just like that. As long as it don't stick to your finger, but push it back into the ground, because that is plant food for your plants. Just push it into the ground and just cover it up. It'll take a little bit to decompose, but still, it works. That way you're not using chemicals on any of your plants. It's all natural. So now these ones I made 1 foot wide, so basically 12 inches wide, because it's easier for me to work on instead of making one huge bed. So eventually I'll section this off and I'm going to move everything. So basically it's going to be an onion garden, a tomato garden, cucumbers, pepper plants, and then whatever I grow down here. Now, my landlord said I can go all the way down here, all the way down there, and go out and around. But I have to be careful of this plant right here, because I want that to grow this way and that way, and keep it away from my vegetable garden. Because once that gets into my vegetable garden, it's probably going to end up choking the other plant. So I'm just kind of keeping that separate. This was almost dead until I started feeding it and nursing it and trimming it and cutting certain areas off. And now look at it. He couldn't believe. He come out here today and he says, "Can't believe how big that is." I says, "Well, yeah, because I've been feeding it. I've been trimming it back and been nursing it and doing the right things to it." So, and this whole backyard used to be a jungle. Now I'm slowly cutting everything back and making it look really nice. There we go. And of course, we got my fire pot over here, which I'm going to be taking some of the burnings out of there as fertilizer. So I'm making fertilizer as I'm having a backyard fire. So there we go. So this is how the garden is looking so far for this year. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of my design. Because I basically did this design so I can walk up and down here. So I can go this way and go that way, instead of trying to step in something that I built too big. Oh well. Learning experience. I'll section that up anyways, and then I'll make a walkway down the middle of this so I can get to either side of it. So there's my raised garden beds for this year. That's it. I'm not doing any more. So, like I said, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think. And we'll catch everybody later on the Toyman's Bar and Grill. Bye for now.